Hi, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I am terrible at managing money, but trying to get better. So with today's video, I wanted to just go over my 2025 New Year's resolutions. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see here, I use the same planner that I used for my 2024 and what I'll use, later on as well in 2026. But this is my monthly planner that I just got from Home Goods, and I don't have enough going on in my month to really use this effectively, so it just sits around. But I thought it was so cute and so pretty, so I bought it. So I went ahead and started using this for my New Year's resolutions and just starting using them as a month as a glance just to see it overall. I've already gone ahead and started writing on here, but I thought I could finish the rest with you all. So in this tax section on the left hand side, I have each month broken down, and I'm just going to put one or two goals for each month there. Then I also have this section. It says this month's goals. Maybe I'll whiten that out and just put my debt goals here. And then my notes. So this will be like my quarterly report. I did this last year and I really liked it. So each quarter just reflect on how I've been doing, where I went wrong, where I excelled at. And then in this section, last year, because it says events, I put different trips that I want to go on. But I wanted to do kind of like a little checkbox tracker in this section. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and you all can just watch me as I speed you up and fill this out. Alrighty. All right, and I'm back. I wrote a lot down, messed up in a few spaces, but I think I made it work in the end. So just to go over, I'm just gonna go over like the first 6 months of stuff more in detail, since that's what I'll be working on first. So in January, I want to file my tax returns and have it be a low spend month. The reason why I want to file my tax return is because I want to go ahead and get that out of the way, because I do think that I'll owe money this year. But if I don't, then I'll be getting money back, and then that can help, go towards my debt, lower my principal sooner to lower the amount of interest that I'm paying. Then in February, so I started this 100-day challenge last year, and this was because of how large of a tax return that I got. I got over a $2,000 tax return, and I was able to pay off over $7,800 worth of debt in 100 days. And then also I want to start my second job. I'll be doing the same job that I did last year. So it's a seasonal job just for the summer, just for the baseball season. And then in March, I want to go ahead and pay off one of my credit cards, because I have one credit card where the promotional balance transfer 0% interest ends in April, so I want to go ahead and pay that off in March, just in case, because it's at the beginning of April. But then I also put in a check to check my quarterly progress, which is right here. So I'll just write how I'm doing for the quarter, good, bad, what I can improve, what my, tips or something like that I can work on. And then in April, I want to have another low spend month. And then I also want to start working out. And so I have here that by April, I want to be able to run a half-mile nonstop. I do have sports-induced asthma, so that's why these fitness goals are so small, and it's because I do have to watch myself. And then in May, I want to be able to run a mile nonstop, and then also another low spend month. I chose these months as a low spend month because this is when I start my second job. And so this will motivate me to bring food and my lunch in to work for both of my 2 jobs, because I'll be working 2 jobs in one day. But also because with my second job, I can't just go out and get food on my break the way I can with my main job. So hopefully that also help prevent me from doing that as well. Last year, I noticed that what I did a lot was I would get off work, and immediately as I got off work, since I got in the car and I drove out of the parking lot, I would call the Mexican restaurant across from where I live, or not that far from that where I live, and I would order a burrito, or I would order X, Y, and Z food, and then I would have it ready for pickup as soon as I got home. So I would park my car either in their parking lot, and then I would grab my food, park in my parking lot, and then I would eat that a lot of nights. So hopefully I do not do that this time. Then in June, so in order for me to get promoted as a tax collector, I need to have taken certain classes, very specific classes that are very specialized and not offered at a lot of places. So I am giving myself until then to get accepted into whatever colleges I need to take and get signed up, waitlisted, or what have you to take those classes. I need 3 classes. So hopefully I can start taking one in the springtime. If not, I'll start in the summertime. And then also for June, I want to check my quarterly progress. It'll be my mid-year point. And then a lot of the rest of these goals are similar, with the low spend, with working out, checking my progress, paying off credit cards, going on trips, applying for jobs. I'll get more into that once we hit our mid-year quarterly update. And then also here at the bottom, I have just yearly goals that will take me the entire year to accomplish, not just in 1 month. So I want to reduce my total debt every single month. I meant to add it over here in this monthly tracker, but I ran out of space. I want to also pay off $20,000 of debt, and that's just my total debt. Last year, I had the goal to pay off $35,000 worth of debt, And I put over $35,000 towards debt, but because of how high my interest rates are, I was only able to pay off a little over $16,000 of debt. So since my interest rates are lower, my principals are lower, I'm hoping that I can put even more towards debt, and I want to put $20,000 towards debt. All right, then I want to finish reading the entire Bible. I want to have less than 30% interest rate on my cards, as well as have less than 30% of my payments going to interest as well. And I also want to start 2026 less than 180 pounds. All right, so then also in the section right here, my reduce debts. So in order to be able to pay off $20,000 worth of debt, I need to reduce my debts by this much. The only caveat here is I check my debts on the 6th or 7th of every single month, because that is when my interest gets properly updated on my student loans and on a couple of my credit cards. So this is from January 7th, 2025 to January 6th, 2026. So it's not in the correct calendar year. It's within 365 days, but it's not within a single calendar year. I don't know if I'm going to change that. If you have any advice, let me know. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to tackle that, because if I track my debts from the first of the month, then it's not going to accurately reflect how I've been doing my debt tracker this entire time. Yeah, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet. And then here I have my quarterly reports, which I've already talked about, so same how I did it last year. Then I have my monthly tracker, and this is new. So these are things that I want to do. And so such as I have scoliosis, I have 2 slip discs, and I have some blood along my spine, and it causes me a lot of back pain. So I want to be able to stretch at least 10 times per month. I am able to do so, but I don't always do it. I'm very lazy. So I put this on my monthly tracker to complete this task at least 10 times per month. I also want to be able to read the Bible every week, and that correlates with my yearly goal of be able to finish reading the Bible, the entire Bible. I've done it before, but I want to do it again. All right, then I want to walk or exercise at least 3 times a week. This goes along with my different fitness goals, my yearly fitness goal, as well as I have diabetes, and I know walking really helps with that. And then I want to do 1 new free activity a month. So there are tons of free things that I do, but I want to start doing more of them. I want to just also leave my house more. I spend so much time inside my house working and just doing nothing. So I'm hoping that this will get me out the house, and it will also challenge me to do activities that don't spend money. And then my last monthly tracker is I want to eat a salad every single week. This is to help me with my different fitness weight loss goals, as well as with my diabetes as well. I don't eat a lot of vegetables, and I definitely don't eat a lot of fresh vegetables. They're usually cooked and smothered. So I want to be able to eat a salad every single week. All right. So that is it. That is the breakdown of my 2025 New Year's resolutions, my New Year's goals. Thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this journey with me. So hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment if you would like. My next video will be out tomorrow, and if you have any advice for me whatsoever, please leave it down below, as I would greatly appreciate it. But other than that, thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.